I'm in Dudley, North Tyneside. This is the John Willie Sams Centre, and I'm meeting with Forward Assist. So it's Tony and Paula who lead this charity. It's a charity for veterans. It's about getting people that transition from having served in the forces to a successful civilian life. And many people do that themselves, but there are those who need support. A veteran will typically have a whole series of jobs in their first 5 years. So it's these sort of things, looking to see how we can work together, how we can help people. It's everything the North of Tyne's about.
Being a soldier, you're amongst friends, even when you go home after work, you're in a community, but we all mix together. And you lose that when you come into Civvy Street. And that's one thing you don't prepare you for. It's the change you've got to try to take and endure.
I can't imagine you, having met you briefly, staying in the house for 2 years. What was going on?
Didn't want to leave. Stuck in the house. Unfortunately, the wife died in 2012, which didn't help matters. And I just didn't want to leave the house. I just stayed in the house. Forward Assist was established by me way back in 2013, and it was a result of my life working in social work and social care sessions. When you leave the military, you become an individual, and it's a very, very lonely experience. So trying to adapt to civilian life when you're just on your own can be very, very problematic. And a lot of the people we work with feel exactly the same. I know I felt just completely disassociated from everything that was going on. I had nothing in common with my civilian colleagues, or I felt I didn't have anything in common with them. I did in reality, but I didn't feel like I did. And as one of our veterans from the past said, I was very much deep undercover in the civilian world. And that I would dress like them, act like them, but I just certainly didn't feel like them.
The veterans who use this service, they have incredibly complex needs. They can have felt betrayed by some of the things that can have happened to them. They may have complex family issues in the background. There's a whole range of things, and some physical, but mostly mental and psychological traumas. And that needs a very individualised, needs-based approach. They specialise in treating women veterans who have had their own particular issues, often of a sexual abuse nature, which is terribly sad. And that's, I think, the real value of something like this.
A lot of the women talk about the trauma from childhood not mattering, the service not mattering, the trauma they sustained not mattering, and then because there's no services and no gender-specific services out there, they feel like the transition doesn't matter either. So women need a service that's safe so that they can grow in confidence and self-esteem and feel like they have a sense of purpose in life.
Forward Assist is a place where you're welcome, it's homely, and you can actually have a laugh here, over coffee, and they help you with anything. All you have to do is phone them up. They won't ask you, but you have to phone them up and tell them your problem, and then they will help you. Because if you don't tell people what the problem is, you can't be helped.
So the work Forward Assist are doing is remarkable. There's complexities on it. There's all sorts of research going on to do with things like military sexual trauma. There's wonderful projects like the community cafe here, and all the things they're doing to help veterans get the support, for example, to get back into work. And that's something that I'm exploring with Tony and Paula here, how we're going to really help them take that to the next level.